What's going on, you dog? Old dog, Anti-Imperial to chill here, man. You guys already know how this goes. That's my artist name. One name, three personalities. Old dog, Anti-Imperial to chill. Old dog is he's kind of like a little gangster. He's a little bit thug. Old dog is he's sexually explicit, but he's a clown. Likes to have fun and things like that. That's old dog, Anti-Imperial. Ashley Elizabeth, I see you. What's going on? What's going on, Ashley Elizabeth? Anti-Imperial is more of who I truly am. That's why Anti-Imperial is in the center. Old dog, Anti-Imperial, the chill. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, education, religion, international political science, micro and macroeconomics, sociology, psychology, philosophy, physiology, and things like that. That is Anti-Imperial. What's going on? What's going on? Adding 94. Threeser, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? The one and only beautiful Cortland Ryan, I see you. It's all good. That is Anti-Imperial. And the chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good to see you, Cortland Ryan. This is Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we are outspoken or straight to the point about those topics. You guys, here on Diversity Outspoken, we have one rule and one rule only, and that is that you guys remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken as a whole, and you remain respectful of one another. You can agree, you can disagree, just remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken as a whole, and remain respectful of one another, and everything will be okay. I don't want to block anybody here, but I will if I have to. You guys, every day I do a daily historical post. If you guys ever get bored or just want to see what happened on that particular day, you guys can go check out my daily historical posts. I post those on Instagram and TikTok every single day, you guys. On Instagram, it's much better because Instagram gives me the space to be as detailed as possible, but I still post those on TikTok nevertheless. In order to get to me on Instagram and TikTok, in order to follow me, you guys can follow me at anti_imperial. You see it right here on the t-shirt at anti_, don't get that underscore, anti_imperial on Instagram and TikTok. You guys, on YouTube, it's just Anti-Imperial with no underscore. So YouTube, it'll look like this. YouTube is Anti-Imperial with the space in between. To subscribe to my YouTube, Anti-Imperial with the space in between. On Instagram and TikTok, though, there is that underscore. Instagram and TikTok, underscore. YouTube, no underscore. Instagram and TikTok, underscore. YouTube, no underscore. And that's kind of how that goes, you guys. On Instagram and TikTok, remember the underscore. YouTube, there will be no underscore. It's just a space in between on YouTube. If you guys have me on Instagram, the easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube is to go to my Instagram bio page. You guys know we all get an Instagram or IG bio page. And on that Instagram or that IG bio page, we get that one line for a link. What's going on, boss lady? I see you, sister. Good to see you. And that one line for a link, you guys, will always be my latest video. So if you have me on Instagram, go to my Instagram or my IG bio page. Click that one line I have for a link. You can click that link. My video will come up, and that will be a YouTube video. You can go ahead and hit the subscribe button once that YouTube video comes up, and I'd appreciate that, you guys. That being said, for those of you guys who are watching this on YouTube, you guys, because this will be uploaded on YouTube, for you those of you guys who are watching this on YouTube, my Instagram and my TikTok links will be in the description below. You can go down there and you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok that way if you want to do it that way. I appreciate that. That being said, you guys, so I hope everybody heard the song that is out right now. You guys know this is April 1st as we're recording this. I usually don't say the dates. For my Diversity Outspoken episodes and things like that because they're timeless usually. But I've been doing, like I said, well this is going to be part 7. This is going to be part 7 of my coronavirus COVID-19 report. Therefore, the coronavirus or COVID-19, that is a, thank you very much, Boss Lady. Boss Lady says, you're glowing as always. I appreciate it. Mwah, I love you, Boss Lady. So, the coronavirus, you guys, or the COVID-19, that is a time-sensitive, thing. So, even though I've been, if you go back and watch part 6, if you haven't seen my part 6 yet, my part 6 of this Diversity Outspoken coronavirus series, part 6, which was last time, if you guys didn't see that, go back and watch that, because in that I explained to you guys how the information that you guys are getting now, I gave you guys that information 3 weeks ago when I did part 1. Remember, you guys, now remember, I come on Wednesdays and Sundays, or Sundays and Wednesdays for you guys in the United States, Sunday night, Wednesday night, right? If I'm on part 7 tonight, that means that I do 2 a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, 2 a week. If I'm on part 7, that means that I have 3 weeks worth of material out already. Think about that. If I do 2 a week, if I'm on part 7, that means the first week I did part 1 and 2. The second week I did parts 3 and 4. And the third week I did parts 5 and 6. So like I told you guys last time, which a lot of people noticed, was that the information that I gave you guys on part 1, you guys started to get that through your news cycle 3 weeks later when I was doing part 6. Told you guys I was giving you guys information early and first. And if you guys don't know, me being a recording artist, but if you guys don't know, which I've said numerous times, I also work as a political consultant and a government consultant and an economic consultant for different governments around the world. So I'm in on these conference calls. I told you guys last time on part 6 that I've already been in on conference calls with different governments in different regions around the world, because since I worked for different governments as an economic advisor, they've had me on conference calls because a lot of people's economies are being harmed by this. So they're looking to see what type of measures they can put in place to protect the economies or have them bounce back quickly after this whole thing is over. Thank you, Boss Lady. Boss Lady says, I'm virus free. Boss Lady, I'm glad to hear that, sister. I don't want you to ever be sick. I love you too much. It's all good. And she gives me the fire emojis. I appreciate that, Boss Lady. Lyles Leonard 67, I see you, my brother. It's all good. But anyway, you guys, not to go on about myself, but all I'm trying to say though is, well, you're beautiful, Boss Lady. Boss Lady's like, you're hot. Well, you're beautiful, Boss Lady. But all I'm trying to say though, you guys, is that if you guys watch my things, I give you guys the information way ahead of time because I'm in on these conference calls, so I get the information early. I'm not a clairvoyant. I can't see into the future, so I'm not trying to say like I'm some special person. I know what's going to happen. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I've been in on these conference calls, so I get the information early about what the governments are planning on doing, what they're thinking about, what they're like, brainstorming about, and then I'll bring that information to you guys. That's the only reason why I'm able to bring the information early. But if you guys go back and watch it, or if you listen to my things while I do it, like this Diversity Outspoken, you guys will get information way earlier. Then they will come out for everybody else, and that's what it is. So I told you guys last time, if you remember, I told you guys last time about the jobs, the people that are going to be hiring. Let me go over this again real quick. I'm telling you guys, I give you guys a heads up way early so you guys can have a head start on everybody else. Okay, right? So you guys can have a head start on everybody else. Let me put this out the way. Remember I told you guys the companies that are going to be hiring, okay, told you guys last time on part 6. This is part 7. Told you guys on part 6, companies that are going to be hiring starting in April. Today is April 1st. Companies that are going to be hiring, you guys. Told you guys last time, Walmart will be hiring over 150,000 workers. Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, who are owned by the same parent company, will be hiring over 25,000 workers, new workers. 7-Eleven will be hiring over 20,000 new workers. Okay? Amazon will be hiring over 100,000 new workers. Domino's will be hiring over 10,000 new workers. Told you guys that 2 Diversity Outspoken episodes ago. That information as we speak, today is April 1st, Wednesday, April 1st, over there in the United States. As we speak, a lot of this information still has not come out to the general public in the United States. I told you guys about these hirings going to happen 2 Diversity Outspoken episodes ago. Told you guys about this, you guys, because I wanted you guys to be able to get a head start, because a lot of people are out of work and need to find temporary employment. So if you come here with me on Diversity Outspoken every Wednesday and Sunday, I'm giving you guys information early so that you guys can get a head start on everybody else, so that your lives can be better, you guys. So you got to listen to these things when I come on Diversity Outspoken, all right? So remember that, okay? As I said, we're making this is April 1st, Wednesday night, April 1st, over there in the United States. Walmart, you guys, is hiring. Before May, they are hiring over 150,000 new workers. Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, 25,000 new workers, over 25,000 new workers. No problem, Lawson. I see you, my brother. 7-Eleven, over 20,000 new workers. Amazon, over 100,000 new workers. Domino's Pizza, over 10,000 new workers. And there's going to be a lot of companies that are going to start delivering alcohol. You guys know a lot of people are delivering food because they're stay-at-home orders and things like that. People are going to start delivering alcohol. Told you guys about that last time. So I'm telling you guys things early so you guys can get a jump start on things. Superstar 617, I see you. What's going on, beautiful? I'm telling you guys early so you guys can get a jump start on things, okay? Alcohol companies will be delivering alcohol. So all those companies are hiring. Alcohol companies will be starting to hire delivery guys also. I told you guys that. And I told you guys the reason why alcohol companies are going to be delivering is because alcohol companies, they made the most of their money. Remember, alcohol can be on shelves in grocery stores and things like that. But they made the most of their money by selling their alcohol to clubs and bars and restaurants. And since there are now stay-at-home orders over there in the United States, people are not able to go to a club, bar, or restaurant and sit in there and drink alcohol. So they're taking a big hit. So alcohol companies are going to start hiring delivery people. So you can go to you can contact alcohol companies also, see if they need some delivery people. I'm telling you guys about all these jobs early so that you guys can get a head start on everybody else. There is a value in coming on Diversity Outspoken. You get the information early and you guys can get a head start on other people. All right. You guys, I know over there with the stay-at-home order, they're talking about essential businesses. Essential businesses will have to stay open. And you guys might be wondering, what the hell do they mean by essential businesses, or what would qualify as an essential business? What's going on? What's going on? Maria Jose 57, I see you. Ziza, it's all good. You guys, of course, essential businesses include things like healthcare providers, right? Hospitals, doctors, dentist offices and things like that. That's good to know because I didn't even know that dentist offices were going to be open. That's really good to know because what if you get a toothache and things like that, you still know that you have a place you can go and to get those regular things fixed, right? You know, it's funny because I was thinking about this recently. I was like, well, what if like you just have like a typical health issue? Because all the hospitals are like, up to their necks in coronavirus individuals, right? Coronavirus victims, COVID-19 victims. But what if you have like a heart attack? Or what if you have like, a diabetes attack? Or what if you have like something like that? If all the doctors and nurses are so overwhelmed with taking care of coronavirus or COVID-19 patients, well, what in the hell happens to the people that have like regular things going on? What if people get into a fight and somebody gets shot, right? Because before the coronavirus, before COVID-19, there was regular things going on where hospitals were still busy on the weekends because people went out and went to clubs and got in a fight and got shot and arguments in the neighborhood and things like that. People had heart disease and people had heart attacks and things like that, right? So what about those people that are still going through regular health problems, but there's not even enough doctors to take care of the coronavirus victims? So if I go into the hospital tonight and I have a heart attack or something like that, am I going to even get like service the right way? Like nobody's talking about these type of things. You see what I'm saying? Like, what about people that that have like diabetes problems and they have like some type of diabetes like complication or something like that? I mean, are they even going to be able to see a doctor? Because there's not even enough doctors to see all the coronavirus COVID-19 patients. So how are you going to have a doctor available to see me for my diabetes thing or something like that? What's going on, beautiful Jewel? I see you. Like those are the type of things that like I'm thinking about. I'm not hearing anybody talk about those type of things. What about the people that get in arguments with like their neighbors and things like that? What if somebody goes in because there was a fight or something like that and I'm all beat up? If I get shot or something like that in like a road rage incident or something like that, am I going to even be able to see a doctor? If there's not enough doctors going around for COVID-19 coronavirus patients, how are people that have regular hospital problems? Because just because the COVID-19 coronavirus is here doesn't mean regular problems start. Just because there's a coronavirus COVID-19 doesn't mean that my diabetes has gone away. Just because there's coronavirus COVID-19 doesn't mean that my heart disease is going away. My high blood pressure is going away. So what if I get a heart attack? What if I have diabetes complications? When I go to the hospital, people can't. The hospital is so backed up. Am I even going to be seen? I don't hear the news addressing these issues. I'm telling y'all, y'all come on Diversity Outspoken. Y'all hear things first. I'm just saying, man. I ain't trying to say too much, but I'm just saying, man. Y'all, I'm bringing the information to y'all first, man, because a lot of people aren't thinking about these things. Now y'all know, I told y'all I'm a nerd, I'm a dork, and I'm crazy. So I think outside the box. I'm always trying to think ahead of time. Y'all know I'm OCD. I said this. Now, I always tell y'all I'm a nerd, and I'm a dork, and I'm crazy. But I have said before that I'm OCD and ADHD. So I'm OCD, so I'm super organized, people. I'm super organized, and I'm ADHD, so I can't sit still. So I'm super organized, so I'm always thinking about the future because everything in my life is always organized to the highest degree, right? The highest degree, the highest nth, right? The highest nth. My life is organized to the highest nth because I'm super OCD. So I think about these things for regular people who have regular medical issues. If you go to the hospital, are you going to even be seen? There's not even enough doctors to go around. So what are they going to do? What are regular people going to do? They have regular hospital issues, okay? But, so you guys over there, Claudia Hernamo 406, I see you. So you guys over there in the U.S. with the stay-at-home orders, the businesses that are staying open, and I'll start again, are healthcare providers, hospitals, doctors, dentists, offices, urgent care centers, clinics, rehabilitation facilities. That's good to know, rehabilitation facilities. So if you're going through physical rehabilitation and things like that, maybe you have a knee problem or something like that, a shoulder problem, rehabilitation facilities should be staying open. Physical therapists, there you go. Very good. Mental health professionals, those things are staying open. That's very good, especially in this time, because there'll be a lot of people suffering from mental anxiety and things like that with the coronavirus. So it's very good that mental health professionals will be staying open. Psychiatrists, very good. Therapists, pharmacies, of course, blood banks, medical cannabis, healthcare device manufacturers, of course, eye care centers, which is very good. If you guys have glasses and things like that, eye care centers should be staying open, no matter if you guys have a stay-at-home order or not. Eye care centers are business or one of the businesses that will be staying open. Healthcare providers, of course, you can call your healthcare provider. Reproductive health providers, that's very important because women are still getting pregnant. Women are still going to be having babies even throughout this coronavirus, COVID-19. I told you guys there's a big scare that people still aren't talking about, and that is that, you guys, if the hospitals are overrun with people with COVID-19 coronavirus problems, to where there's not even enough beds for people. You guys have heard this on your news channels over there in the U.S., right? There's not even enough beds for people. Remember, this is April 1st. We're doing this Diversity Outspoken right now. It's April 1st. Okay, it's April 1st, 2020. So if you guys, whoever might, let's say, for example, I'm saying the date because if somebody's watching this a month from now, and you're like, well, they have enough hospital beds for everybody on April 1st. 2020, Wednesday, April 1st, over there in the United States, Wednesday, April 1st, 2020. As of today, they don't have enough hospital beds. So if you're watching this 6 months from now on YouTube and you're saying that they do not have hospital beds, just know on April 1st, 2020, they didn't when I'm making this. So, which is why I said in the beginning of this episode, I usually don't say my dates on my Diversity Outspoken episodes because I usually speak about things that are not time sensitive. Usually what I speak about is like relationships, mental health, things like that. That's just those are things you can watch 4 years later and they're still valuable at that particular time. They're not time sensitive. But the coronavirus will not be around forever. The COVID-19 will not be around forever. Therefore, it's time sensitive. Therefore, I am saying the dates on these episodes so that you guys know when we recorded this, so that if the information has already come out and you guys are like, man, this information's old. Yeah, because it's April 1st that we're giving it right now. Right? So, you guys, right now, on April 1st, you guys, they don't even have enough beds to go around in the hospitals over there in the United States. So if you don't even have enough beds for the COVID-19 patients, what about like I said, people that are going for regular issues, heart disease, heart attacks, and things like that? What about pregnant women? Baby's not going to stop coming. The baby doesn't know that the COVID-19, it shouldn't be ready to come out right now. So women that were already pregnant, that are due to give birth, they're coming in to give birth anyway. But there's not even enough hospital beds to go around. There's no more space in the hospital. You got over there in the United States, you got people, they're starting to put up makeshift hospitals in like arenas and things like that. So where the hell are pregnant women supposed to go? Babies are coming no matter what. I don't hear this on the news. This is all I'm saying. I'm bringing up these issues. I don't hear them on the news. I'm just saying. Right? Still not talking about, I told you guys, 2-3 episodes ago, I think I told you guys in this is episode 7. This is my coronavirus COVID-19 episode 7. I told you guys, I think on episode 5 or 4, about they're not talking about how pregnant women are going in to give birth, and because the hospitals are filled with coronavirus from wall to wall, they're going in to give birth, and pregnant women are starting to pick up the coronavirus, COVID-19, and they're worried about the infants, the newborns, picking up the coronavirus, COVID-19. RK Johnson, 1, 2, 3, I see you. I'm just saying, I don't hear this on the news over there. Nobody's talking about it. April 1st, 2020. Okay, now let's keep going. Anti-Imperial. I'm bringing y'all information like weeks ahead of time. Here we go. You guys, other businesses that will be staying open, if you guys are in a stay-at-home order in your state or in your city. Thankfully, of course, you guys know this, retail sales of household consumer products will be staying open. So grocery stores will be staying open throughout all of this. Farmers markets, of course, farm and produce stands are allowed to stay open if they want to. Supermarkets, of course. Food banks are allowed to stay open, and convenience stores are allowed to stay open. All right. Of course, food cultivation, those people who have farms and stuff, livestock and fishing companies, they are allowed to stay open if they want to. Okay. Businesses that provide food, you guys, like shelters and like social services and things like that, they are allowed to stay open if they want to. If they provide services for the homeless and things like that, they are allowed to stay open if they want to. In a stay-at-home order, they are allowed to stay open. Right? Okay. Superstar 617 said in Miami, they set up hospital-style tents at the fairgrounds, at the fairground areas, you guys, in Miami. Superstar 617 just told us that. That's my point exactly. They don't even have enough beds in hospitals. So what about pregnant women? Like, if you're going to give birth, if you got pregnant 9 months ago, if you're going to give birth, where the hell are you supposed to go? They don't even have enough beds for all the COVID-19 patients. What are they doing about the pregnant women? The women they have to go in and give birth. Are they going to be comfortable? Are they going to have are they going to be in a good environment, a healthy environment? I told you they're already scared that women going in to give birth are picking up the COVID-19. You guys, what's going on over there? Newspapers, television, radio, and other media, of course, they can stay working. You guys already know that because you guys watch the news and stuff like that and listen to the radio all the time. They're still working. Gas stations, of course, will still be open. Auto supply and auto repair stores. That's good to know. Auto repair stores are able to stay open during a stay-at-home order if they want to. Therefore, you can still go get your car fixed and things like that. You can go buy cars. New and used automobile dealerships. New and used automobile dealerships are also allowed to stay open, you guys, during a stay-at-home order. Hardware stores. So over there, I know you guys have Home Depot and things like that. That's able to stay open, you guys, during a stay-at-home order. You can still go get those things done. Very good. Right? Contractors can still work and things like that, you guys, to security firms and stuff like that. Exterminators, you can still call out exterminators. Plumbers can still work. If you guys need to come have a plumber come fix your toilet and things like that, they're still able to work through a stay-at-home order. You'll still be able to have those type of things. Okay. Mailing and shipping services, so your mail and stuff like that will still be able to work, you guys. Laundromats and dry cleaners they can still stay open if they want to, which is good. You can still get your clothes cleaned and things like that. Of course, you guys know that restaurants are still open for delivery only, and schools can provide free meals if they decide to do so. Schools can be open for free meals for kids, as long as they pick up the free meals curbside on that. Okay. Office supply stores, so like your Office Depot and stuff like that over there, those things can still stay open. What's going on? Ronnie Ron, 868, I see you. It's all good. So those things are still able to stay open, you guys, over there. All right. Even though they're not getting a lot, and you got to be careful if you go into these places or into this like thing. Airplane companies, so the airlines are still open. You can still fly, you guys. Domestically, not internationally, but domestically in the United States, you guys can still fly from state to state if you want to. Airlines are still open, and other transportation providers are still open if you guys want to go ahead and use that. All right. Of course, home-based care for seniors and adults and children. If they it's up to the company. If the company still wants to have that, they can do that, you guys. If you have companies or nurses that still want to take care of like the elderly and things like that, they still have the option to stay open if they want to. Okay, they have the option to stay open if they want to. All right. Professional services, legal, accounting. You guys can still get your taxes done and things like that. Those things can still stay open. Landscaping and pool businesses can still stay open through a stay-at-home order. Child care facilities, if they want to, they are able to. Now, I don't recommend that you go put your child in a child care facility because that's probably a place where like diseases can spread probably pretty easily, where you have a lot of people in one place. But they're still open if you want to be able to do that if they choose to stay open. Okay. Went through airports already. Pet supply stores can still stay open, and veterinarians can still stay open, so that if your dog gets sick and needs food and stuff like that, at least you can still go do things like that, you guys. Of course, trucking companies and things like that. Telecommunication providers, of course, can still stay open. And I don't know if you guys heard about this, but telecommunication providers, the companies, I don't want to give companies any shout outs on here, but like your cell phone company providers and things like that, if you call them, you can defer your billing for like 2 months. So you can not pay your bill for 2 months. You just have to call them and let them know, and they should and they are allowed to allow you guys to defer your payments for 2 months. So keep that in mind, okay? With no late fees. Defer your payments for 2 months for no late fees. April 1st, we're putting that information out. It's already out over there, but just make sure you guys make those phone calls if you haven't already. All right. What else is important? Natural gas companies, of course, office space can stay open if they want to. Construction sites can stay open if they want to. Architectural engineering, factories can stay open. Of course, waste management, your trash will still be picked up no matter what happens. What else can stay open? Phoning companies, marines and docks. So even though they have stay-at-home companies, they're saying that if marine companies want to stay open, they can do that. You guys, what else? I went through veterinarians already. Hospitals can stay open if they want to. They have restrictions, but they can stay open if they want to. Of course, funeral homes will stay open, and cemeteries, because a lot of people are dying. That only makes sense. Alcoholic beverage sales can still happen, but I told you, of course, they're going to go with delivery. And gun stores can still stay open through a stay-at-home. There you go, right? You can still go get your guns, you guys. It's all good. And of course, government services can still stay open, as far as like politicians and stuff. They still have to work and things like that. All right, so that's the list of businesses that are still around for a stay-at-home order. And you can still count on those businesses to be up and thriving, you guys, right? Those businesses can be up and thriving. All right. So, what we got, people? What we got? Here we go. Government takeover. Government takeover, you guys. Government takeover. So, I tell you guys, on a normally I get like 25, 30 DMs, to my Instagram, right? And I told you guys, I mentioned it like once or twice. Since the COVID-19 coronavirus started, I appreciate you guys all reaching out to me. I'm getting about like 60 DMs per day, like kind of double what I usually get. I used to get like 30 DMs per day. And I've always said that just to say that if you have DM'd me, please be patient. I will get back to you. I answer everybody's DMs. But me getting 25, 30 DMs a day before, and now getting about 60 to 70 DMs per day. I reach out to everybody, and I have conversations with everybody. So it will take me a few days to get back to you sometimes, because there's a lot of DMs to answer, you guys, to answer 60 DMs and have conversations with 60 different people going on. So if I haven't responded to your DM, I will. But just give me some, just be patient with me and give me some time. I will respond to everybody. Be that's the case, I'm getting a lot of DMs about still conspiracy theories and things like that. On previous Diversity Outspoken coronavirus episodes, I believe it was on this is part 7. This is April 1st, 2020. This is part 7. I believe it was part 6 or part 5 or even part 4. I did a whole thing I started talking about conspiracy theories. I think it was part 5 or part 6. I started talking about conspiracy theories and things like that. So I got a bunch of DMs about governments. The government planned this, or the government wants to take over things. So I just want to kind of talk about a couple of things with that. I'm going to just briefly touch on it, and then I'm going to try to come on tomorrow if I can, and because I have so much information. I've been saying this. I have so much information, so I should come on more than just one time, or more than twice a week, which is Wednesdays and Sundays for Diversity Outspoken, the way we do it. I should come more often. But Fink, what's going on, Fink? How you doing, Fink? Fink 2019, I see you. You guys, as far as the government wanting to take over things with the coronavirus and things like that, that is not what's happening. As far as the government planned this and things like that. So get those conspiracy theories out of your mind. I told you I don't do conspiracy theories. All right, I don't do conspiracy theories. Fink, the one and only. I don't do conspiracy theories. I do facts. Okay, everything I say is based off of factual knowledge, not based off of conspiracy theories or anything like that. All right, I don't do conspiracy theories. You guys know my degrees are in history, geography, international political science, economic development, and my PhD is in international relations. So being that my first master's degree is in world history and geographical studies. Being a historian and things like that. With history, you guys, everything that we say has to be factually provable. Okay? Everything that we say has to be factually provable. We don't do conspiracy theories. All right? We don't do conspiracy theories. I have to come to you with information that has to be factually provable. I cannot come to you and just say, well, guess what? The Roman Empire never existed. You'll look at me like I was a fool, because we know the Roman Empire existed, because we have documentation and things like that. We can see the ruins and things like that. So, and we have archaeologists that go and they take the stones from the Roman Empire, and the archaeologists, they date the stones. There's 3 ways of dating material, you guys. Y'all gonna have me go back to make me feel like I'm back in getting my master's in world history again. There's 3 ways of dating material. So everybody out there that's like, you know what? How do we know the dinosaurs existed millions of years ago? Because the dinosaur bones have been dated. See, us historians, we don't have the luxury of just being able to make things up. We have to actually have documentation and research to back up what we say. There's 3 ways of dating material. The first way is called radiocarbon dating. Radiocarbon dating, it measures, I'm not going to get too deep into it, it measures the amount of what they call C12 in an item. You can find bones, you can find forks, you can find knives, you can find rocks, you can find different things, and you can put it through radiocarbon dating. That was the first way that they came up with dating an object. We don't really use radiocarbon dating that much anymore. Radiocarbon dating can date objects that can go back to 10,000 years. Radiocarbon dating dates objects that can go back 10,000. Man, I feel like I'm back in my getting my master's degree again in world history. This like brings me back memories. Like I'm thinking back so far. You saw I had to look up to think about how many years radiocarbon dating goes back. All that information is back in there. Oh, I love education. Radiocarbon dating, like this is such a long time ago. I used to sit in class and listen to all this when I was in college. Radiocarbon dating dates back an object going back 10,000 years. So any object that existed before 10,000 years ago, radiocarbon dating can't date it. So, for example, we know the dinosaurs were around millions of years ago. I'm going to explain how we know that. The first way we know that is when they first started to find dinosaurs, they tried to date them with radiocarbon dating. Radiocarbon dating only goes back 10,000 years. Therefore, when they dated a dinosaur bone, radiocarbon dating couldn't date it. So we were like, oh, well, dinosaurs must have been here over 10,000 years ago. Because if they were here within 10,000 years, radiocarbon dating would be able to date it. See how that works? Gotta love history. History and science. History and science go hand in hand. All right? The second way of dating an object. The second way of dating an object is called thermoluminescence dating. Thermoluminescence dating. That's the second way that they created to date an object. Thermoluminescence dating, the way that works is it measures the amount of electrons in an item. It could be in any item. It could be a rock. It could be bones. It could be dishes. It could be a cup. It could be whatever they find. So when archaeologists go digging and they dig up these materials, they take it to the scientists and the scientists date it. And that's how we know, oh, this civilization was around 3,000 years ago. Because the archaeologists dig up the items from the civilization and they take it to the scientists and the scientists date the items. So we know, okay, this item came from here, so there were people here however many thousands of years ago. That's how we know. See how that work? Okay, so thermoluminescence, the second way. Thermoluminescence dating, it dates an object, you guys. It dates an object back to up to 250,000 years ago. Up to 250,000 years ago. So radiocarbon dating, the first way, radiocarbon dating, measures the amount of C12 in an object. All right, C9 or C12 in the object. And that goes back to 10,000 years ago. So anything that is within 10,000 years ago can be dated by radiocarbon dating. If there's something that was around older than 10,000 years ago, radiocarbon dating won't pick it up. Then they use thermoluminescence dating. And they try to pick it up with thermoluminescence dating, which measures the amount of electrons in an item. Thermoluminescence dating, that goes up to 250,000 years ago. So if there's anything found and it existed within 250,000 years ago, if it existed within 250,000 years ago, then it can be dated with thermoluminescence dating. Interstellar Traveler, I see you, it's all good. It can be dated with thermoluminescence dating. Back to the example of the dinosaur bones. Dinosaur bones, what's going on, Hiya, I see you. Dinosaur bones, when they tried to date them, as I said at first, when they tried to date them with thermoluminescence dating could not date dinosaur bones. And thermoluminescence dating can only date up to 10,000 years ago. So therefore, when they tried to use dinosaur bones and date it with radiocarbon dating goes back 10,000 years. When they tried to use dinosaurs and date it with radiocarbon dating, it wouldn't measure the dinosaur bones. So they knew, well, damn, if radiocarbon dating is not picking up how old these dinosaur bones are, and radiocarbon dating goes back to 10,000 years ago, when the dinosaur bones must be older than 10,000 years. See how that works? Then they tried the dinosaur bones with the second way that I just got finished talking about, thermoluminescence dating, which goes back to 250,000 years ago. So thermoluminescence dating, that process can date an object up to 250,000 years ago. So when they took the dinosaur bones and tried to date the dinosaur bones using thermoluminescence dating was not able to date the dinosaur bones. And so when thermoluminescence dating was not able to date dinosaur bones, that's it, when they knew, well, guess what? Dinosaurs were here more than 250,000 years ago. Because if dinosaurs were here within 250,000 years ago, thermoluminescence dating would be able to pick it up. See how that works? Then the third way of dating was discovered in the 1950s. And that was called DNA. What's going on, brown boy? I see you. That was called DNA. The late 1950s, early 1960s. The third way of dating objects. DNA. And DNA can date back to millions of years ago. DNA can date back to millions of years ago. The first way of dating, radiocarbon dating, it can date back to up to 10,000 years ago. Thermoluminescence dating, the second way of dating, can date back to 250,000 years ago. DNA dating can date back to millions of years ago. So how do we know the dinosaurs were here millions of years ago? Because radiocarbon dating couldn't date them. So they had to be older than 10,000 years. Thermoluminescence dating couldn't date the dinosaur bones. So they had to be older than 250,000 years ago. And DNA finally was able to date the dinosaur bones. And therefore we knew that they were around millions of years ago, because DNA goes back millions of years. Also with DNA, that's how we found out that the first humans came from Africa 4 million years ago, because DNA can date back millions of years. And that's how we found out that the first humans came from Africa 4 million years ago. That's how we found that out. All right? So, you guys, us in history, we don't have the luxury. This whole diversity outspoken just took a whole left turn. I'm gonna definitely have to come on tomorrow. Because I wasn't even able to get into tonight what I wanted to get into tonight. You guys, so history does not have the luxury of conspiracy theories. Historians, we don't have the luxury of people that are conspiracy theorists. People that are conspiracy theorists, they can just say whatever they want to say. Oh, the government did this. The government's planning on doing this. How do you know? Where's your proof? Oh, I don't need proof. What if we don't have that luxury? What if historians acted like that? What if I was just like, man, the first humans ain't come from Africa. The first humans came from Jupiter. You'd be like, Anti-Imperial the chill, what the hell are you talking about? You crazy. We all know the first humans came from Africa. The bones have been measured. The bones were dated and everything. And we found... Oh, you mean like what? We had to have the proof? Why can't I just be like a conspiracy theorist? Or a religious person? Uh-oh, here we go. Open up a can of worms. Religion. Uh-oh. Us historians, we don't get the luxury that conspiracy theorists or religious people have to just be able to make up whatever you want to make up, and everybody has to just take your words for just like the fact with no proof whatsoever. See, our job's much harder in the history world, in the scientific world, see. You guys hold us to a much higher standard. If a scientist, because see, history and science, we go hand in hand, see. Without scientists, we wouldn't have anything, because when we find something in history, when we find something in Egypt, we take it to the scientists, and the scientists, they help us date it. So we know how old King Tut is. We know how old the Egyptian pyramids are. You see that? Because the scientists help us date those stones. So history and science, we go hand in hand. It's all good, Interstellar. You know I love you, sister. But conspiracy theorists and religious people, they can say what the hell they want to say. And they ain't got to prove nothing. If I was to tell you the pyramids in Egypt were built 4 years ago, you'd be like, Omar, you done bumped your damn head. You guys know old dog, Anti-Imperial chill. Old dog stands for Omar. Omar's my first name. Because there's proof and factual evidence of when the pyramids were built. If I was to tell you, man, all humans came from Jupiter, what y'all talking about? You'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? But if a religious person says, well, Adam and Eve were the first humans, you're like, of course they were. But where the hell are Adam and Eve's bones? Nah, we don't. Well, Moses parted the sea. Well, have we ever seen anybody part the sea since then? But if I was to come on here and tell you, well, you know, people used to have wings and fly around, you'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, but you could take that Moses, a guy stood there and parted the sea. You could take that. But if I told you that people just people used to fly around 10,000 years ago, and people finally lost their wings and we started to walk. Oh, I don't have proof of that, right? I don't have proof, so that's not true? Oh, okay. See, as historians, y'all don't give us the luxury of being able to just make up anything we want to make up. I got to do all the research. I got to make sure it's accurate. I got to double fact check it. All right. Diversity Outspoken took a left turn. Leave all your hateful comments below. Oh, I gotta come on. I gotta come on tomorrow because I wasn't even able to get to what I wanted to get to today. Jesus Christ, old dog, Anti-Imperial to chill. It's all good, you guys. We're gonna end this on a positive note. I'm not even done with the whole religion, conspiracy theorists, and how, history people, because I already have a whole Diversity Outspoken episode written about that. So, we'll see that another time. It's all good. We're not done arguing about that. But, the truth is the truth. It is what it is. You guys, It's All You is out. We're going to end it like that, man. I'm going to let the instrumental go ahead and play, you guys. It's All You. All right? It's all you. It's all you. It's all good. Guys, I got to come, Hey, people get, you get mad at me, but I'm going to come with facts. I'm going to come with facts. Shout out to all my fellow historians out there. Shout out to all the scientists out there. Because we don't have the luxury of just being able to say what we want to say. Like if a scientist, you guys make sure you go listen to It's All You, man. I ain't gonna play. You guys make sure you go listen to All You. I'm gonna just say this one last thing and then we'll end it there. I might play it though before we leave. What's going on? Set Top Beats, I see you. I'm gonna end it with this. Diversity Outspoken, you guys. Every Wednesday, every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. You guys, if scientists, shout out to all my scientists out there. Like I said, history and scientists, we go hand in hand. If scientists came out, because you guys know, vaccines and stuff, they're made in laboratories with scientists and stuff like that. Pharmaceutical companies, they use scientists, laboratory scientists and things like that. If scientists came out and said, we have this new medicine, it cures cancer. Guess what? If scientists came out and said, we have this new medicine that cures cancer, guess what? It's tested, retested, before it's actually able to go out to the people. Why does the government make them test it so many times? To make sure it's factual. To make sure it actually factually does what it says. Scientists can't just come out and be like, well, you know what? Water cures cancer. If you drink water, it cures cancer. No, actually, you know what? If you drink Coca-Cola, it cures cancer. Coca-Cola cures cancer. You'd be like, what the hell are y'all talking about? There's no evidence that Coca-Cola cures cancer. There's no what? What was that word you used? There's no what? There's no evidence Coca-Cola cures cancer. There's no what? There's no evidence. Conspiracy theorists don't have to have evidence. They can just say whatever they want to say. Religious people don't have to have evidence. They can just say whatever they want to say. Historians, we have to have evidence. We can't just say whatever we want to say. Scientists have to have evidence. They can't just say whatever they want to say. So we don't do conspiracy theories over here in Anti-Imperial world because we do everything has to have evidence, you guys. I talk about on here what will be coming in the future. I'll be like, you know what, you guys? This might cause this or this might cause that. But I'm not doing it based on a conspiracy theory. I'm doing it based on logical patterns of history. Like, for example, one of the things I was going to talk about tonight that I'm going to talk about tomorrow, because I have to come on tomorrow because I didn't even get a chance to come on to do what I wanted to do tonight. So one of the things I was going to talk about tonight was how government how governments use, take care of Interstellar Traveler, it's all good. Superstar 617 says, the truth is always wanted and welcomed. I love you, Superstar 617. Superstar. You my superstar. You're the superstar of my life, girl. You're the superstar of my life, 617. Kathleen Robin, 161, I see you. One of the things I was going to come on and talk about tonight, which I'm going to come on and talk about tomorrow, is how governments use tragedies to gain more control over people. But I'm not going to be doing that from a conspiracy theorist point of view, because I am not a conspiracy theorist, and I don't believe in conspiracy theories, and I don't do conspiracy theories. I'm going to talk about the government using tragedies to control people, to get more control over people. I'm going to be discussing that from a point of historical relevance, because it's been done in the past. Evidence. I don't do conspiracy theories. I don't do religious wording, because I only do evidence. Zara Sana 1. Zara Sana, you number 1. You guys, I'm Dogg, Anti-Imperial, Chill. That's my artist name. I'm a recording artist. Dogg's kind of like a thug. He's a little bit gangster. He's a nerd. He's a dork. Kind of sexually explicit, but he likes to have fun and things like that. He's a clown. Anti-Imperial is more of who I truly am. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, education, religion, international political science, religious accuracy. Religious accuracy, right? International political science, togetherness, you guys, world history, geographical studies, micro and macroeconomics, philosophy, psychology, physiology, sociology, and things like that. That is Anti-Imperial, you guys. And the Chill is a hopeless romantic falling in love and things like that. He wants to raise a family and things like that. That is the Chill. This is Diversity Outspoken. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Zara Sana, number 1. It's all good. This is Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday and every Sunday, you guys, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. And every Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. You guys, Diversity Outspoken, we call it Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we are outspoken or straight to the point about those topics. You guys, here on Diversity Outspoken, we have one rule and one rule only. And that one rule, you guys, is that you remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken as a whole and remain respectful of one another. We can agree, we can disagree, just remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken as a whole and remain respectful of one another. I wouldn't want to block anybody here, but I will if I have to, okay? But I never have to worry about that with you guys because we're all family. You guys can follow me, you guys. I'm happy for you, Zara Sana. Zara Sana said, I'm happy for you. Well, I'm happy for you. It's all good. You guys, you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you guys, at anti_imperial. It's right here on the shirt. At anti_, don't forget that _imperial on Instagram and TikTok. On YouTube, the only difference is there's no underscore. On YouTube, to subscribe to my YouTube, it's Anti-Imperial with the space in between. No underscore on YouTube. Anti-Imperial with the space in between to subscribe to my YouTube. Instagram and TikTok, there's an underscore. Anti_Imperial on Instagram and TikTok. Instagram and TikTok, underscore YouTube. No underscore. Instagram and TikTok, underscore YouTube. No underscore. Instagram and TikTok, underscore YouTube. No underscore. And that's how it goes. And y'all know I'm a dork and nerd and I'm crazy. Y'all know I'm crazy. It's all good, you guys. You guys, to subscribe to my YouTube, if you have me on Instagram, you guys, the easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube is to go to my Instagram or IG bio page, you guys. And you guys can go to my Instagram or IG bio page, click that link. When that video comes up, it's a YouTube video, and hit the subscribe button. You will be subscribed, you guys. We have been on for an hour. Instagram is about to cut me off. 15 seconds left, you guys. 14, 13, 12, 11. I am Dogg, Anti-Imperial the Chill. I love you guys. You guys take care. 5 seconds left, you guys. 4, 3, 2. You guys take care. Peace. Bye-bye. 1. There we go, you guys.